Uh-oh.
What, did I freeze?
No, that new feature where I get the horizontal and the vertical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just switched it over to that. I don't like that. I want one or the other. I guess we'll
I can
roll with
hide it.
it.
Look, I can hide it. Did it hide on your end?
No. How'd you do it? Maybe I could do it on this end.
So there's a spot. Okay, so when you're on StreamYard, you
Hide
know that
vertical
there's
preview. There it goes. I see it. Bam. I got it. I just hit the little three dots there.
put that sucker out. I'm not gonna be on for too long. Probably another
Uh-huh.
19 minutes.
Uh-huh. Okay, fair
But
enough.
it's all bueno.
I literally just shot you out, so we might get some people in. I see sunflowers in. Hi, sunflower.
Sunflowers in. She's happy to
I'm
see you.
happy to see you too. I'm happy to see you too. Hmm. I've got another crazy week, and then I'm going to settle down on January 4th, I think, is when we start to really slow down. But we're just starting to pick up. We'll hit the peak the 26th, the
Okay.
day after Christmas. That's when it'll just be insane.
Yeah, the
So,
professor put up an interesting video about gift giving during the holidays, and
uh, I started to watch that, and then I got a phone call, and I never got to rewatch it. But yeah, go ahead. Please continue.
yeah, so for me, the holidays, the important thing about the holidays is not the purchasing of goods. It's not the purchasing of materials. Unfortunately, our holidays are commercialized to
Yes,
encourage people to go ahead and spend money, purchase gifts on those days.
I
I'm a
think I get
believer that if you need something, like for example, if you needed a brand new knife, I'm not going to wait for your birthday. I'm not going to wait for Christmas for you to get that knife. If you need that knife now, I'm going to
Yeah,
purchase that knife for you right now. If I
I
feel that
agree.
you're in the tight spot and you can't get your knife when you need it, then if my intention is to provide for you, then I'm not going to wait for birthdays or Christmas or any of that. You need it now, you
Yeah,
get it now.
yeah, that's
Uh,
for adults. You know.
yeah, even because in her video she was talking about a woman that was training her child
Oh
not to
yes, yeah, I did remember this. Yeah.
not to be dependent upon uh,
Gifts.
something material to enhance that experience,
Mm-hmm.
to enhance the most wonderful thing about the holidays is when it brings family and friends together.
I agree.
That's the
I
most
agree.
important thing. And if
Well,
if you want to include some kind of ritual, it should be something that reminds reminds you of a history. For example, someone who spent time in prison may want to create a ritual where they express their gratitude for being free by making a meal that they would have made in prison when they were locked up
mm-hmm.
and sharing that experience with everybody as part of a
Mm-hmm.
ritual. It could be New Year's, it could be whatever.
I have a trail. Have you ever heard of the Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, from Canada. Okay, so I sent a clip. I don't know if I sent it to you or not. But it was about the Christmas, and he was at a speech at like some type of public gathering, or not public gathering, like a town meeting or something like that. Or no, it was church. It was church. Everybody's sitting in the pews, and he got up and he says, "Listen, I just want to tell you guys, I spent the last 3 Christmases in prison or locked up, And it was the best 3 Christmases of my life because it was just me and my buddies hanging out and getting drunk and stoned. She with friends and family says that's what it's about. It's not about anything else. It's about hanging out with friends and family, getting drunk and stoned. And he's like, and then he looks in the church and he goes, "How many of y'all are drunk right now? Come on, raise your hands." And a couple people are raising their hands, and he goes, "How many of you guys are stoned? You're in church. You can't lie." And then it goes over, and one of the deacons and the choir boys are raising their hands. That's a great show, man.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta love that.
but to another point that you were making though is like today, my nephew was with me. And we were on break, and he said, "Well, my feet are hurt." And I said, "Well, what shoes are you wearing?" And he's like, "Well, Grandma gave me this from Walmart." And I'm like, "Oh, those Walmart shoes that they make you wear at these jobs, they cost like $20. Problem is after about a month, for him, they didn't even last 2 days. They start hurting your feet."
Wow.
Because they're very bad quality. The reason is that they recommend them. Companies get an insurance break because of the slip-resistant bottom on them.
Right.
Okay, but they're not. And in fact, most companies require non-slip shoes. Those are the easiest to afford, the easiest to get. They don't feel good on your feet.
Where's
When you're
the
in
best
a
place to
kitchen,
get 'em?
you go to a workplace. I get mine from Red Wing Shoes.
Red Wing,
They're a
yeah.
company. They're out of Michigan, and they've got good boots. They're expensive, and but they'll last you a year and a half for me because I only use them for 6 months out of the year. So I'm getting literally a year and a half. So I'm getting 2 years. I'm getting a whole full year out of usage out of them. So I took him over to Red Wing today. We have a Red Wing store by us. Got him a pair of shoes. He put those on, and he was like, "Oh wow."
What a difference.
He's like, "I'll pay you when I get my first." I said, "No, that's your Christmas present, buddy. Don't worry about it."
There you go. Something he needed.
Exactly.
And you didn't wait till the 24th or the 25th, whenever it is.
No, his feet were hurting today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. See, I'm not and not only that, they always jack up the prices
mm-hmm.
for these holidays.
Mm-hmm.
They play these little games where before the holiday they jack up the price, and then they claim they're putting it on sale when the sale price is even higher than the original price before the holiday.
Yeah. I used to when I worked for the meat market one season, they would have ribs go on sale 1 week, buy one, get one free. All right. Well, the current price that they're going for now actually got raised the weekend before the sale happened.
Yeah.
From like $10 a pound to $20 a pound. Because I'm looking at the original price and I'm going, Jesus Christ, it's $23 a pound. No wonder they buy one, get one free. Because it's the same regular price,
Yeah.
They're just doing it to move the product, But as long as the consumer walks out with a smile and a sense of savings, they're good to go,
Good to go.
Yeah.
All the little tricks, all the little stunts. That emotional attachment.
Yep. I used to date this girl, and she would go out something, and she'd come in with all these bags. Say, "How much did you spend?" She says, "Well, let me tell you how much I saved." And I said, "No, no, 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 that's not what I asked.
The trap. The trap.
That's not what I asked you."
That's the trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buy one, buy two, get one free. Oh, I saved money. No, you didn't, because you bought more than what you intended to buy.
Mm-hmm.
You went in there and you were going to buy one. But if you buy one, you get the other one free. Oh, you buy two, you get one free. No, you spent more than what you were.
And then you came home with 10.
Right, right. Oh, I saved tons of money. No, you didn't. You spent more than you were intending upon spending.
Ooh, yeah. It's funny
Or
because I
you went
was
and bought something that you didn't need at the time because the price. Hey, Lisa J. Lisa's got an amazing channel, y'all. Lisa's got an amazing channel.
Lisa J stocks. I'm assuming it's about stocks.
It is. It is. And the way she does it, it's encouraging and professional.
Does she have
Yes,
any
it is.
comments on any of your videos that I can click and go check her out?
Let me see. Let me put it up. Let me see if I can show you.
If I go into chat, maybe. Oh, that's studio chat.
Lisa J, can you
Lisa,
put your channel on the comments? Let me see if you can't
Lisa
do it.
J
Right.
Stocks, is that your link? Is that your channel link?
That's her channel. Yep, Lisa J Stocks.
Okay. Because some people have different names when they go into comments, then you know what I mean? I might actually be able to click her because I'm a mod. Oh wow, it's asking if I want to show her. I didn't know I could post comments on stage. Maybe it's just on my end, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Can I try something? I'm gonna try to post her and show her on stage. Let me know. Let's see if it goes on yours as well. Oh, it's not
Yep,
going
that's
anywhere.
exactly what it is. Look.
Is it? I can't see. Hang on. Lisa J Stock. Okay, just Lisa J Stocks at. It's blurry. Sorry. I'll check Lisa out.
Check her out, man. She does a good job. Really good job. Very impressed.
Well, if you're recommending
Hello,
her,
Marty.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
She does stuff on her channel that I don't do on mine. So
Okay.
it's extremely helpful. You know, I gatekeep. I gatekeep. Oh, by the way, round of applause for one of the subs who I'm happen to teach. I'm teaching options trading, right? Let's give her a round of applause. She's not here right now, but yeah, there you go. The one-handed applause. So this is
It's
her
over here on
second
this
trade. This is her second trade, and she won both trades. We're gonna call it winning.
Yeah, I get you. I understand what you meant.
This particular trade expired worthless. Sounds crazy, but because she opened her trade with a sell, expiring worthless is something that you hope to achieve. Now, I don't encourage people to take their trade all the way to expiration, but I was carefully monitoring the trade that she made and realized that it was going to happen. It was going the contracts, because options are contracts, and they have an expiration date. And this particular contract that she opened with a sell approached the expiration date, which was
You're frozen.
Stock was at was well above her strike price. That's what they call it, a strike price. That's the price you choose. And she was able to allow the contract to expire worthless, so she got to keep 100% of whatever she received for that sale.
Mm-hmm.
It can get crazy in the world of options because there are a lot of moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to have a mentor that can help guide you through the process. Matter of fact, I was just talking about someone whose brokerage allowed them to do short sales. Now, short sales are not the same as
Is it
doing an
similar
option.
to is it similar to real estate short sales?
No.
Okay.
Hey, squirrels.
Hey, squirrel.
So here's the thing, and this is where some people get confused. Not so much when it's explained to you, you can understand what's being said, but when it's time to execute, sometimes people get confused and wind up losing more money than they should, or losing
Mm-hmm.
money, period.
Yeah.
So the short sale, okay, it goes against what your brain is wired as far as a
Mm-hmm.
business transaction goes. For example, if you want to sell knives, you buy the knives from the manufacturer,
Uh-huh.
you add enough to the price so that you make a profit, and then you sell it. So
Yeah.
basically, what's commonly said is that you buy low and sell high.
Yes,
That's
I've heard that.
everybody's brain is wired for that.
Yeah.
Doing business, you buy low and then you sell high. And that's the same thing that happens with I don't think so. Ashanti, are you 6 years old? Well, welcome. I'm explaining what a short sell is in the stock market. So here's the thing. So you got two things going on that confuse people. Number one, you're selling something you don't own. That's the first thing. That's
Yeah.
one thing that gets people a little confused about.
Yeah.
Another thing is that you make a profit when the price of the stock goes down. That's another confusing element. So how does this all happen? When you open up an account with a brokerage, you're going to want margin. They're going to ask you, do you want a margin account? And you say yes, you want a margin account. By the way, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. It's not investment advice either. So you say yes, you want a margin account. So what margin is another word for loan. So you can borrow.
Gotcha.
It's a little different. Like let's say, and you have to reach a certain threshold. Most brokerages, once you reach $2,000, it opens up the ability for you to be able to borrow. Now you have a choice. You can borrow money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you've got $2,000 in your account. Well, the brokerage is going to lend you another 2,000 or maybe another 1,000, whatever it is. So you can borrow that 1,000 or 2,000 and purchase more shares of what you were looking at. Great.
And that's based on your original 2,000 is collateral, or
No, it's not collateral.
essentially. Okay.
It's not collateral. It's just a
It's
threshold
just a
that,
loan.
yeah, it's just a threshold that you need to reach in order for
Okay.
them to give you access to this margin.
Take you seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
now you borrowed that 1,000 or 2,000 and you purchased more shares of the stock you were interested in. Cool. Of course, they lend you that money and there's an interest attached to that money because it is a loan, right? Could be 6%, could be 5%, whatever, but for the whole year. There are strategies where you can reduce and help lower how much comes out of your pocket actually, but I'm not going to get into that. Now, what I am going to
Yeah.
say is
Keep it as
they don't
simple
just
as
lend
possible. For
yeah,
me, at least.
they don't yeah, they don't just lend you cash.
They
Like I
lend you
said,
shares?
yes, they do. They lend you shares because if you want to do a short sale, what you're going to borrow are shares. And the order of operations that used to be buy low, sell high, notice that you're buying first and then
Yeah.
you're selling. So when you do a transaction in the stock market, it's got, in order for you to realize a gain or a loss, you got to do two separate things. You got to buy and you got to sell, right? You bought a stock at $100, it goes up to $200. You want a realized profit. It's not realized until you sell it.
Yeah. I got
Once you
that.
sell it, that's a realized gain. If you don't sell it, it's an unrealized gain. You're still gaining, but it's not realized because you haven't done the other part of the operation. If you
Yeah.
buy, you got to sell. Well, now, if you're short selling, you're not going to buy first. You're going to sell first. So if the first thing you did was sell,
Then you wait
what?
till it to get to the amount of money where you're making a profit.
And then you have to do what?
Then
You
you
sold
buy it.
first.
Yeah.
Say it. Go ahead,
And then
say
you
it.
buy it.
There you
And
go.
then you buy it.
Right, because that's the other side of the operation.
Uh-huh.
Here's where people get a little confused sometimes. They sell the stock for $100. That's the first thing they do. They sell it first. You don't own those shares, but the brokerage lends you those shares.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the price to go up or down?
If you're selling them for $100, you want the price to go down because then you're gonna
Yes.
pocket the difference.
Right. So
Because
let's say,
you're already getting paid $100. So if it's $30 a share, you're actually
well,
making
here's what happens. You bought it at 100. It goes down to
yeah.
70. You figure, okay, this is the best time to buy it back. So you buy it back. When you
Yeah.
buy it back, what does the brokerage take?
So if you buy it back at 70, the brokerage gave you a loan. Wait, the brokerage gave you a loan for 100, right? No, it gave you a loan for one share.
It loans you
And that
shares.
it gave you a loan of the share. So it's depending on what time that you're doing it.
So what's the broker going to want back?
$70. So you're
Nope.
pocketing 30. Oh.
They don't want $70. They didn't lend you money.
No. They want one share. So you give them back the share
They want
at
the
$70.
shares. Yes.
At $70, and then you're pocketing $30
They don't
from
care.
the
They don't care. They don't care how much the shares are when they take it back.
gotcha.
They're not concerned with
Yeah.
that. They want their shares back.
Mm-hmm.
They loaned you shares. They want the
Gotcha.
shares back.
Gotcha.
So you made the difference. You sold it at 100, bought it back at 70. That's a $30 difference. You keep those 30.
Yep. Gotcha.
So you made money when something did the opposite of what your brain is wired
Yeah.
to do.
100%.
So you just made $30 when the price of the share went down, not up.
That's cool. But like you said,
But
you're programmed. You got to program yourself to think
you got to
in
reprogram your brain.
shares, not money.
And you got to be careful with short selling. A good example of how disastrous short selling could be was with GameStop.
Yeah. I remember that debacle.
So with GameStop, you got these hedge funds and these institutional investors all going in against GameStop because GameStop's fundamentals were looking terrible. So this corporation, these shares look like they were gonna go down and hard. Yeah. So the institutional investors and after I explain, I'm gonna get off. The institutional investors and the hedge funds. Well, hedge funds are institutional investors anyway. But they started short selling, knowing that the price of the stock is going to go down. But it stopped going down and it started going back up. What the hell? What happened? This is what happened. Somebody on Reddit did some math. They saw how many shares were being short sold, right? We'll just use a round number. They saw that 100 million shares are being shorted. 100 million shares are being shorted. And they looked around and checked GameStop and realized, wait a minute, GameStop doesn't even have 100 million shares. GameStop has 50 million shares outstanding. In other words, circulating.
Yeah.
Somebody got it wrong. Somebody got the math wrong. There are too many shares that are being sold that don't exist. Whoever that was, they said, okay, because these people were selling this stock short, the stock went down, and we're just going to use a round number from 100 down to 50.
Yeah.
The guy that did the homework calls his buddies and says, you're not going to believe this. I just checked this out. I just did the math. Not only am I going to tell you guys about this so that you can go in and start buying, but I'm going to go on Reddit and tell the whole world. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens? The price stops dropping. All of a sudden, it goes from, remember, it was at 100, went down to 50. All of a sudden, it goes from 50 to 51, then to 52. Oh, now it's at 57. What's happening with all those institutional investors? Holy smokes. You guys seeing this? We better get the hell out of this thing. So if they sold it first, they have to buy it back. And as they're buying back, what's going on with the price of GameStop? It's going up, and it's going up fast. So all these guys, this guy with all his friends and all these people on Reddit who were paying attention that bought at 50, all of a sudden they see the share price shooting up. And it's shooting up so fast that it goes beyond where it was when it was short sold. It goes beyond 100 a share. Now it's going up to 200 a share. Now it's going up to 250 a share. And all these guys that bought in at 50 are making a fortune.
Yeah.
And it's all because the short sellers are experiencing a loss. And once they're not at a total loss yet, but once it hits $100 a share again and starts going above that, now they're experiencing a loss.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the price is shooting up so fast, they got to figure out a way to get out of this mess as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So they're buying in large quantities. So when you short sell, you got to be careful.
Up.
Yeah. And all those dudes that bought in at 50, they're like, yay.
Yeah. So my question is that public information?
Yeah, it is.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to look for it, yeah.
Yeah, the short sales and stuff like this. I'd like to tell you one more thing before you go. I know you want to leave, but
Okay.
oh, by the way, where are you tonight?
Um. 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 I'm near the border of Tennessee and Kentucky.
Well, I hope you ain't by those turbines. So,
Nowhere near
so
that.
my wife went on, and there's a government website for unclaimed financial or unclaimed property.
Right.
You know, it's the Department of Financial Services. So she goes on, and it's so funny that she she gets on, she gets herself on, she finds $900 that was owed from her from a company she worked for 20 years ago. You
Uh-huh.
know, stuff like that. She found one for me, and it was like $225. You know, something like that. And
Hmm.
I said, "Well, what is it from?" She says, "It's from that Peter Pan account you had." I said, "I'm thinking Peter Pan account. What?" She's like, "Yeah, when you were messing with the stocks and stuff like that." I said, "Oh, the Robin Hood." So I have a. You remember I told you I had some money to play with, and I never, I had $500, I think. Well, you just got half of it back, just because I guess I don't know what happened, because I stopped doing it. I thought I lost all my money in it, so I was just like, all right, whatever. I guess
Yeah.
whatever stocks I bought went up, and
Liquidated.
then what's that?
Liquidated. Like WBA. That's Walgreens. Walgreens. Um, they got off the publicly traded market. They became private. So
Mm-hmm.
as a result, if you own shares of Walgreens, they were going to convert your shares into cash. That might have been what happened.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Because I had a lot of companies, but they were mostly like I was going into the medical field. I was investing. I was just doing like almost like day trading. You know what I mean? Because they never charged you for buying or selling. That's what I liked. It's like, oh, if I see a company that I think's gonna make some money, I'm gonna buy. That was my theory on the whole thing on how I
Yeah.
did. Come on, Max. Come on. All right. Anyways, all right. I just thought I would share that with you. But
That was
everybody
cool.
that's ever, especially our age, should be maybe look into it.
They should.
I could throw the number for the state of Florida at least. I don't know if
There
you
you
guys
go.
can see. Can
No,
you guys see that?
no.
Eight. All right. Eight
I
five
can put
zero
it on the
four one
screen.
three.
Go ahead. Say it again.
850-413-5555. Department of Financial Services unclaimed property. It was interesting. I
I
remember
hope
my
this.
father did it. My father did it about 10 years ago, and he worked as for Coca-Cola when he was a teenager for a couple days and
Take a
never
look at
got
the
his
screen. Is
paycheck.
that correct? 850-413-5555.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, my dad had like a $27 paycheck from Coca-Cola from when he was a teenager. It's
Nice.
like it's like,
Nice.
oh, okay, cool.
Very
You know,
nice. Very nice.
yeah, you never know. You never know what you got floating around out there.
Yep. So let's call it a night then.
All right, it was good to see you, man. And
Same here.
I did talk to DeAndre earlier this week, and he said he was gonna try. He's just been going through some stuff, so
Yeah.
I told him he was missed.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
D'Lo Flow, happy, Merry Christmas, D'Lo.
Yeah,
He says
D'Lo.
Merry Christmas to
Merry
Kyle
Christmas.
made it in.
So thanks everybody and stay fresh and keep it profitable. And I'll see you next Saturday or maybe in between. Sometimes I do that.
Maybe in between. Yeah.
All right,
We
fellas.
bump in.
Stay fresh
See you
now.
guys.
Keep it profitable.
Take care.